Salford-Leigh was a different kind of game. Salford 6, Leigh 14. I said this last week and I stick by it. Whatever Paul Rowley did the week before had no bearing on what happened this week because the players who he wanted to rest needed the rest. So if they'd played the week before, then you've got that factor, but he rested them. They weren't going to go in undercut to a semi-final because they played how many rounds of Super League already, and so it doesn't matter.
What was interesting was that half-time, I honestly thought that having that week's rest was going to be to Salford's advantage. That Leigh had put so much into defending in that first half that the players that had had a little bit extra time to prepare for it, I thought that would weigh, which again is another huge credit to Leigh, that it was they who were dominant in the second half. My only concern for Leigh is the players that they've now lost. So, clearly Frankie Holton and Josh Charnley, who thankfully, although he went to hospital, wasn't seriously injured. And Kai O'Donnell is still a doubt as we sit here on Monday. I think they hopefully may play, but I'm pretty sure that you've got to have all your best players on board if you're going to beat Wigan at Wigan, and they've had a week off. So it was a costly win for Leigh, but a magnificent win.
Probably the most positive thing for Salford out of it, 10,867. Biggest crowd in a dog's age at Salford.
Well, the biggest ever rugby league attendance at that stadium. And
now it's kicking on from that.
Well, the big issue now is how many of those people turned up that hadn't been before. How do you get them to go back again? Now, certainly the game that they saw, you might think, I want to have another taste of this. But the big thing for Salford now is how can we get near to that figure on a regular basis for ordinary league games, and that's actually more of a challenge than bowing out of the competition, which to finish fourth is an astonishing achievement.
I don't know how long Edwin Apape's contract is for, but rather than doing all of his burkery, the chairman should be signing him up to a contract as long as Junior and Sembers, because when the PNG team comes into the NRL, the first player they're going to look at Super League and think, we've got to have him, is Edwin Apape, because he has been superb throughout his time at Leigh, starting in the Championship and has shown it last year in the Challenge Cup and has shown it this year and showed it in that semi-final again. When he's fit, is he the best 9 in the competition? Possibly so.
I think the greatest thing, apart from the fact that he's an endless dynamo, the pass that he threw out for Gareth O'Brien's try was astonishing. Because again, we only have the benefit of watching it on television. I don't know what it looked like live, but I didn't pick out Gareth O'Brien's run because he wasn't in the frame. So you saw that there was support that was covered coming on his inside. To be breaking clear at that speed, to look both sides, to then have the skill and ability to miss a player and hit the guy that's coming on the run that you can't even see. That I audibly gasped when he threw that pass on Friday night, and that was the highlight of the weekend. I think that pass. Well, that and Percival's goal off the touchline. It's
the kind of thing where if it had been done in the NFL, it would be the biggest thing on the BBC website this afternoon.
Well, we had Williams' pass to Ashton, we had Ipape's pass to O'Brien, we had Percival's kick off the touchline. If they aren't 3 iconic memes or clips for X or whatever we're supposed to call it these days, social media generally, I don't know what it is. That's surely how you sell the sport to new young audiences.
No, we're still probably going to dig out Rangy Chaser's thing from behind his back again from how many years ago that was.
It was brilliant. It was honestly, it was sensational.